Yo, guys, what is up? It is the time to lock in. I know Bitcoin's looking like crap today, but some hopium here for altcoins. Stocks could be showing the way. Shout out to everybody joining for the live, of course. Merry Christmas to everybody for tomorrow. Okay, it's the last live stream of the year. We'll be coming back for more live streams on January 6th. I know we just started them again, but we're going to see them again soon, okay? Back on January 6th, we're going to do more live streams, but take some time off, guys. Go hang out with the friends and family and all that kind of stuff. Or, sneak off and watch the videos in the bathroom, during Christmas dinner, whatever. It's fine. I won't tell anybody. Let's go ahead and get into it. Go through a few news items, then answering your questions. Try to leave a lot of time for Q&A today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. The S&P 500, look at this. Look at this right here. Beautiful retest of support. Okay, all the fear. It was just a retest of support. Jerome Powell, man, he knew those PCE numbers. We talked about this yesterday. He did it anyway. And he did it anyway. This guy, I tell you. Anyway, besides the point, you can see back here, previously highs back in October, right? Established as price resistance, broke out, retested as support, retested once again as support, S&P 500. Let's see, of course, if we start raging towards the new highs by the end of the year for these stock markets or not. Lots of days when they're going to be closed coming up, including tomorrow. So, low volume time overall for markets. So we shall see what happens, okay? Alex Kruger saying equities higher, Bitcoin down 3%, says equities cash open. Alt's looking very strong, did not go lower. Guess what happens next? Things go up. Things go up. Bitcoin correcting, consolidating, altcoins. There's a lot of juicy looking altcoin charts out there, man. A lot of them. Eric Crown says, Merry shitcoin miss, you dirty heathens. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Bitcoin dominance, of course, making a lower high. So you can see here, peaked out here, came back down, lower high here, sending it back down. That clears the way for the potential for altcoins to run in Q1. Not to say Bitcoin cannot perform well during this time. It'll have periods of outperformance. Obviously, it always does. But we could be setting up for some good altcoin moves in the coming weeks and months, let's say. You know what? And Bitcoin's down, and gosh darn it, MicroStrategy still bought. I think they only bought like $500 million last week or something, but I guess Michael Saylor had a meeting with the board and talking them and issuing a whole bunch more stock and getting even more Bitcoin bought, because of course he is. Bitcoin right now, downtrend continues. That's the orange line on the chart here. You can see MACD daily continuing the downtrend as well, not yet below the zero line. My guess we get below the zero line before that actually bottoms out. Not necessary to do it, of course, but I would not be surprised to see that happen. Now, it doesn't mean the price needs to fall dramatically down. We could see, of course, just a consolidation around here, but I really want to see 92K hold. Who knows what the holiday season is going to have in store for Bitcoin? It may not, but that's the 50-day EMA right now, around $92,000, and we are dangerously close to losing that 50-day EMA. Wicks under, fine. A couple of daily candle closes under with a very quick bounce back, okay, sure. But you start putting a few too many daily candle closes under that 50-day EMA, and I don't think it is going to be super exciting for Bitcoin in the short term, let's say. You'd want to see that recover. Obviously, it's a critical line. Actually, I was looking at some charts. We're working on the writing technical analysis for the newsletter right now. I was looking at some charts, and man, there's some crazy stuff going on in the charts right now. Stuff like I was looking at the fetch chart. It is like right now retesting the multi-year trend line. It's crazy. A lot of coins right now at critical levels, which has happened multiple times in previous bull runs. Coins will pull back to those critical levels, those critical trend lines, those critical areas of price support, the critical moving averages, and obviously you want to see them bounce. Okay? You want to see them bounce. Okay. Real quick, if you're a cryptocurrency trader, check out Bitunix. This place where I'm doing a lot of my trading these days. And if you want to get some sweet bonuses, listen up. Now, this is a no KYC exchange, meaning come over here, do all the trading that you want to do. No KYC, no VPN. Just click the link down below, start your account, deposit some crypto, off you go. Bob's your Uncle Fanny's your aunt, trade all you want. And you'll get a 20% deposit rebate. So deposit $1,000, get $200 back, 2,000 bucks, you get $400 back, is capped at $400. But still, if you're depositing $2,000, that's pretty gosh darn good way to get started off. And you can get up to 100 million Pepe coins when you start putting in some serious volume. Even a $1 million trading volumes can get to 2.5 million Pepe coins, which, yeah, okay, it's not, bajillions of dollars of Pepe, but hey, that's some free money, man. So if you're a trader, go check it out. Link down below in the description. Like this meme I saw today. My alien waiting for me to stop looking at memes and fall asleep so he can abduct me. Classic. I want to share this with you because it's interesting. You got to question yourself sometimes. Chimp Phone says, bullish Q1, local top in March, walk away until September, sell everything in Q4. I am incredibly intelligent. Is this becoming the consensus crowd view at this point? And it's, you have to constantly challenge your assumptions during any kind of market cycle. And look, I think a lot of people who entered the market in the first week of November have now washed themselves out. They've taken the hits. They've taken losses already. I've been reading the comments in the comment section, guys. I mean, there has definitely been some fear across the timeline. Okay. 100%. We've seen that. A lot of people feeling like they need to capitulate, like it's all over already. It's already finished. And yeah, we're at some critical levels on some charts here, obviously, but that's also the perfect place to bounce. But you want to see the bounce. You want to see the bounce happen in the not so distant future. Okay. But it'll be interesting now that we're seeing more and more of the, Q1's going to be bullish sort of consensus. But is it consensus or do I just live in an echo chamber? That's the question to ask myself. Is it just an echo chamber that I live in of other sort of traders and stuff like this, and we're all sort of thinking the same thing? But not everybody's thinking the same thing. Plenty of people are already saying, hey, Q1's going to be bad. Plenty of people are already saying, 4-year cycle's not going to matter anymore. People are already saying 108 was the top, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's obviously a lot of differing points of view, but I feel like a lot of ideas are approximately coming in for bullish Q1, local top March, April, bad summer, come back, sell everything in Q4 sort of deal. We'll see. This hits hard as an ETH holder. Holding ETH in 2024. The man who thought he'd lost all hope loses last additional bit of hope he didn't even know he still had. Holding ETH. Classic. Let's talk about Solana. Speaking of which, man, these Solana charts, crazy, man. So obviously there's the uptrend line, right? Tested multiple points throughout here, including, of course, just the other day when we dropped down to 175 or whatever. Currently, I really think Solana is in a very interesting place. One of my favorite charts right now, I think, is the Solana chart. Now, obviously, if we break below that trend line, so breaking below 175 again, putting a daily candle in underneath that, then it's time for some reassessment. That being said, MACD, the blue line, starting to trend back in the right direction. If we see that MACD bull crush, well, it's so strongly under the 0 line. We had, of course, RSI reaching levels where previous times when it's reached this kind of oversold level on the daily RSI has been a good chance to take a long position. Watch for that break back over $200. That's going to be probably the nice area to go long on Solana. Break at $200. Hopefully accompanied by a MACD bull cross. That could be a nice little bit of confluence there. And of course, could put the wind back in the sails more broadly for altcoins. Justin Bond saying Solana is breaking new records today with usage topping out at a whopping 1,511 true transactions per second, so more than all their chains combined. If we deduct for consensus transactions and failed transactions, Sol still comes out on top. Hate Sol all you want, but do not deny its success. Amen to that, man. Daily network active users, December 22nd, Solana 5 million, Tron 2 million, Aptos 931,000. Did you hear what I just said? Aptos, third place. Third place. Much smaller market cap than Sui right now by a lot. About half, I think. Think about that. Really think about that. Daily network active users, third place, 50% ahead of Sui. Aptos. There's something there. Something there. It's interesting. Some of the other big market cap chains. I mean, Stellar 45K, crazy. Cardano 33, Avalanche 32K. It's crazy, man. Now a lot of Avalanche stuff's getting put off to their sort of layer one chains. You know, like off the grid, right? It's its own sort of layer one built on top of Avalanche and Beam, similar situation, et cetera, et cetera. So for Avalanche and Polkadot, it's not necessarily a accurate representation of what's going on. Polkadot 5K is like absolutely abysmal. Then what about all the sort of layer ones built on top of the layer zero? So it's not a perfect thing. But Stellar, Cardano, come on, guys. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, continuing. Tokens and projects, the most December Mindshare. This is interesting. Okay, so Bitcoin, 11.5%. ETH, okay, despite all the hate on their lame price action, 7.6%. Solana, third place. AIXBT, crazy. Almost 3% of total social media Mindshare. $250 million, $300 million market cap something right now. That's interesting, right? XRP, 2%. Hype, 2%. Pengu, 2%. Do I want to take, like, I don't know, some of my ETH and buy some Pengu? The temptation's there. It's kind of useless, right? Currently as a coin. But it's got a penguin picture, man. It's got a penguin picture. And if the price goes up, that's pretty good technology to me. I do like the technology of price going up. That's, in fact, my favorite technology. Fartcoin, 1%, despite how much you might think. Everyone's talking about Fartcoin. Only 1% of Mindshare. How about that, huh? Right up there with Pepe and Dogecoin. That's pretty interesting, actually. Avalanche down here at 0.8%. Not bad, actually. Doing pretty good. Sui, 0.8% as well. So, it's just interesting to see where people are actually spending their attention. What are they actually talking about? Because where attention flows, money can flow. Okay, that's what we want. This one I want to share with you too, and then we're gonna get into your questions. It just got me thinking, they print the money we work for as a holiday message for you, okay? They print the money we work for. We give away our time, effort, and energy in exchange for something that can be created at will. We give up time with family and friends. We don't pursue hobbies because we have to work more to make ends meet, to earn more of these things that can just be printed. What I understood this got anger. Once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. It's true. It's true. It is true. You think about that. Go spend time with your family this holiday season, okay? Seriously. Okay, let's get into some questions. This one first right here. Cello Para. Let's have some Avion. Guys, let's accept it's over. Bitcoin's reached its all-time high. We're now in the distribution phase. See you in 2028. Disagree. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't have a crystal ball, but disagree. I don't think we came this far to not see basically any of the top signals. RSI didn't reach the kind of levels you'd expect it to. None of the on-chain indicators reached levels that you would expect them to. Now, okay, maybe just super diminishing cycle, right? Yeah, don't agree. It's over. It's not over. Don't agree with the sentiment that's over. I don't agree that Bitcoin's reached its all-time high. Now, again, maybe I'll be wrong. It's fine. I'm wrong plenty of markets. But I don't think so. I don't think we've come this far. Okay, what are we up to next? Lark, do you own Chainlink? Yeah, I own Chainlink. You can by the way, in case Moonshine, in case you ever want to see what coins I hold, portfolio disclosures down in the YouTube description. Go check it out. Pin comment over on X. Current holdings, OTC deals, venture rounds, risk statement, because you can lose all your money investing in cryptocurrency. Past returns do not equate to future returns. Never forget it. No, seriously, you can lose all your money. Okay. Black Swan event incoming. Well, that's the point of Black Swan events, isn't it? You don't really know when they're going to come. Did Sonic upgrade to Phantom upgraded to Sonic? Okay, that's what happened. Do you still hold Miria? Well, yes and no. So I'm not holding an active position in Miria, but I'm running a bunch of Miria nodes that are regularly creating coins for me. And I don't know, every couple months claim the coins and sell them. So that's kind of just been the idea so far. I was sort of holding a position for a little while, but then, yeah. Lark, don't do Pengu. You have too many coins. I know I have too many coins. I understand. I think if I do Pengu, if I do that penguin, then it's going to have to be something coming out in order for that to go in. That's kind of what I thought. I might use some ETH to buy it, but I might also flip something that's, you know, not super excited about that I've got in my portfolio, or things that are okay, but like, you know, not really moving that much. Hard to say though, because again, Pengu doesn't really have any use case unless the number starts going up significantly. Then it's got a great use case, and the tech's fantastic at that point. Anyway, we'll see. Lark, what are your altcoin holdings? Again, you can see all those in the portfolio disclosures. Let me just catch up in the chat here. Why would a newcomer to crypto use Ethereum at all? Well, they probably shouldn't, to be honest. If you're new to crypto, why the hell would you use Ethereum? I try to use Ethereum as little as possible. That's not the point, though. If you're new to crypto, why wouldn't you go and use Base? Right? Use Base. But guess what? In order to use Base, you need to have ETH. Now, you can probably put 10 or 20 bucks of ETH on your Base wallet and do 100 transactions or something like that, which is good, obviously. But you don't need to use the main Ethereum blockchain. There's some things on the main Ethereum blockchain that, yeah, you're probably going to want to actually do that over on the main Ethereum blockchain for one reason or another. But most everything that can be done on one of the layer 2s. So that's where I do most of my stuff these days, on the layer 2s. Why would I do anything that I don't need to do on layer 1? And I need to do a lot of stuff on layer 1 still, to be fair. But when I don't need to, I don't, because, you know, just because I can afford to pay $50 to do a swap on Uniswap doesn't mean I actually want to pay $50 to do a swap on Uniswap. Just because I can afford a few $100s for a smart contract transaction on some DeFi platform doesn't mean I actually want to spend a few $100s to do that, right? Yeah. Okay. Can you tell? I don't really know that much about Hedera Hashgraph to tell you very much about it. Sorry. So you can stop asking. I don't really have any grand opinion on it. Sorry. Are you where was that question? Are you invested in Kasta? Says Ronan. Well, I was a venture round investor in Kasta. Wait, when was that launched? Like in 2020, late 2021, early 2022. Anyway, I was a venture round investor in that. Just, you know, threw some cash in and exited the position during the bear market. So I don't have any currently. Bro, you're up early as AF. Actually, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in Dubai. So, Lark, what will be the next hot narrative after AI agents? What if it is the hot narrative? What if that's the narrative we all need to be paying attention to? You start seeing some of the stuff happening right now in the AI agent space. Bullish, man. Bullish. There's some serious stuff going on. Lark, can I buy your kidneys? I'm good, man. I'm good. I need those. Thank you very much, though. Appreciate the offer. No Solana in your holdings. No. I've got like, I don't know, 2 Solana or something like that. I know. I should have bought Solana at $8 like apparently everybody else in the world did. Obviously. I did not. Okay. I just held on to my damn ETH, which is underperformed. Such are things, man. Such are things. But no Solana in my holdings. But actually, I hold a lot of Solana-based coins, right? I own Jupiter. I own Cerebro, AI16Z, a few other things, a few $1,000 worth of Pengu, and some other stuff. Okay. Solana is a bad buy. I would go all in for Pengu or ADA. Well, like I said earlier, the charts for Solana are starting to look pretty interesting, if you ask me anyway. That's just my opinion. We're pumping, guys. Are we? Where are we pumping? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but the charts are looking okay right now. Merry Christmas, Lark. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Lark, when you say a coin goes 10x, do you mean it goes grows by 1,000%? Not exactly. Put it that way. So if a coin does a 2x, it goes up 100%. It's not exactly. But anyway, just maybe focus on percentages. Keep it simple. You can put percentages on your charts and stuff, and then you can just focus on that. How much did you start with when you started? Tens or hundreds of thousands? And did you become a millionaire in your first or second cycle? I have a 15K right now. I think I'm good, right? So I started with, how much? I think about $13,000. Well, New Zealand dollars. So it was like probably 10 US or something at the time. So not very much. Not very much. And the first cycle, my portfolio went from, I don't know, the initial 10K invested up to probably 350, 400K from sort of the July to when I started investing to the 2017, 2018 market peak. Did really good on some coins. I didn't take any profit on. Ran a lot of things right up to my right up to the wild price targets I'd set. IOTA went to $5. Did I sell it? No, not then. Sold it later for still profit, but NEM went up to $2, which was the price target. And did I sell it? No, of course it did, and sold it much later on. Got greedy, right? Some coins that got out really good on, like EOS. I sold it like $20 after like a 50-cent entry, like insane money, right? So some things went really, really well, but not everything, obviously. And then, multi-millionaire in the second cycle. So if you're starting with 15K, keep your expectations reasonable, right? If you're going into top coins, like if you're investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, that 15K, might become 50 to 70, 80K, pico cycle peak. If you're going into sort of other big caps beyond the top 5, let's say, there's probably a lot of good 10x opportunity coins in the top 30 or 40 with, relatively low risk compared to other stuff you can put your money into. So you can do that 15K into 150K. You got to sell, of course, to be able to compound it in the next bear market. Pay your taxes, of course. So you're going to be left with what? 100K, depending on where you live. Lower caps, high risk, very high risk, but that's where people make a lot of the money. People with very small accounts, coming in with 5, 10, 15, 20K, taking just a little bit of risk. You don't have to go all risk, right? Take 14K, put it in sort of those top 50 coins, take $1,000, not financial advice. I'm just giving, an example here. Take $1,000 and start using it for some higher risk stuff, trying to find the next big AI agents under $1 million market cap and stuff like that. Because you only need to hit 1 or 2 of those, which is easier said than done, obviously, to get some really good gains coming in. Okay. Lark, nobody seems to talk about Tezos. Yeah, I just don't care about Tezos personally. No hate, just don't care, man. Just don't care. I think Tezos is one of those coins that, it's been around for a very long time. And at no point has Tezos really captured the sort of broad imagination and market share in the market. I've traded Tezos, made money off Tezos. It's fine. No problems there. But man, it's just one of those weird coins where it just doesn't get a lot of people excited. Not a lot of people are talking about Tezos on a regular basis. I mean, really, when was the last time you heard anybody saying very much at all about Tezos? I'm just looking at this chart here. Let's bring it up. You can have a look at it with me. What do we got going on here for the Tezos chart? It's interesting. Just going in, new chart. Haven't not looked at this thing in years, probably. Let's tidy it up here a little bit. What do we got going on? Let's see what we see here. Downtrend, okay. Downtrend breakout, retest, okay, not bad. MACD looking approximately like a lot of other MACDs are looking right now on the weekly. Weekly RSI got into the overbought territory for a little bit, like a lot of other coins. Had a big run from 58 cents to $2, 300% gains. A lot of the Dino coins did a similar sort of thing, but let's just put it this way. If you got the inside edge on what's going on with Tezos, My man, make that money. Get that cheddar. Just doesn't float my boat anymore. Hasn't for a long time. Lark, what do you think about alts going to fly? If they do, will Bitcoin be in a distribution phase? So I would say that we are potentially looking at a good situation for altcoins to move in Q1. Let's see. A lot of them have come back down to retest like major areas of price support, major trend lines, stuff like that. Let's hear. Look at this. This is Fetch, right? This thing. Look at this beast of a chart here. Look at that uptrend right there. Gosh darn, that literally came back down on this recent price move to retest the multi-year uptrend. Now we're at a critical moment right now. Critical moment right now for a lot of coins where they come back down to retest major trend lines and stuff like this. So if they bounce here, they're going to move pretty hard. Bitcoin dominance falling, as we mentioned. So lots of good things happening in the charts, assuming that nothing breaks or people don't start freaking out again. Dude, how could you trade the most beautiful country in the world for a bunch of sand? I guess you've never been to Dubai. I don't know. Dubai is a pretty damn cool place, to be honest. I think I read people commenting on it all the time, and I feel like you're not even commenting on the same place. That there's a lot of misconceptions about Dubai. So big New Zealand fan, obviously. It's my home, right? My home country, but not going to live there for a while. It's time to do something different with life. And, I've been the kind of person who moves to a lot of places. I've lived in a lot of countries, lived in the USA, grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania, lived in Hawaii for a few years, lived in New Zealand, traveled extensively around Southeast Asia, like literally for a couple of years backpacking. Lived in Eastern Europe, right? Lived in Ukraine, lived in Russia, been all over the place. Okay. So I'm quite comfortable moving countries and having different experiences in life. I'm not the kind of person who, there's actually a saying in Russian that you will be useful where you were born. Well, that doesn't apply to me in my life. I know a lot of people who that applies to, where they live where they live, and it's all the only place they're getting. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got your family there, you got all this stuff going on. Sure, fine. For me, nah, man, I like different experiences. I like going to different places, experiencing different things. And there's so many reasons why like Dubai is such a damn cool place. Like really, there's so much interesting stuff going on here. And I know that there's people who are very bearish on Dubai. I'm a Dubai bull. Let's put it that way. Love New Zealand, but it was time for a change. Okay, where are we up to? We're doing one or two more questions here, guys. Then we'll be finishing up for today. Oh, we're behind in the chat. Okay, let's see here. Can you give some important advice for beginners just starting out? Educate yourself. Spend as much time as possible educating yourself. Breathe it in like like trying to drink from fire hose. This market is crazy, but you have to spend as much time as possible educating yourself. And second thing would be get on chain. Okay, a lot of people will never leave centralized exchanges. Centralized exchanges are great for a variety of reasons, but a lot of people never even leave the damn centralized exchanges. You need to get on chain, download a Phantom wallet, download a Rabby wallet, and don't put a lot on to start. That's why I say, like, experience getting on chain. Download the Phantom wallet, put $20 on it. Go do some swaps on Jupiter. Go buy a meme coin, screw around, stake some Solana, whatever. Play around, try things out. Okay? That'd be my advice to start off. Okay. Lark, which island did you live on in Hawaii? I lived on Oahu. It's funny, I showed up to Hawaii with like $20 in my pocket. It's ridiculous. It's only shit you only do when you're 18. Anyway, showed up there, got a job working in a hostel, cleaning the hostel for a bed. And it's funny, a few weeks later, I was walking down the beach in Waikiki, and they had this job tent set up for cruise ships. And so went, applied, got the cruise ship job, worked on the cruise ship for like next 3.5 years, something like that. But in and out, I'd do like 5 months on the cruise ship, 6 months backpacking Southeast Asia, 4 months on the cruise ship, another 6 months backpacking Southeast Asia. It was a good time. Good time. Most people don't have the privilege of moving around like that. That's true, DJ Cyber. People don't have, a lot of people don't have the privilege of moving around like that. I'd certainly have led a privileged life, but, you know, it's also not as crazy as you think. Like when I moved to Hawaii, I literally had like almost no money in my pocket. When I moved to Ukraine, I had a couple $1,000 in my pocket that I'd saved up for, 2 years or whatever, working in the summers and stuff like that. When I moved to Russia, I had like very little money, a few $1,000 again. So, for a lot of people, what keeps them grounded in one place is comfort, which is fine. You have your family and stuff there, fine. Or you feel like you can't leave your family, and it's also fine. It all makes sense. Okay. There are a lot of reasons why I haven't had those sort of strong family ties, which have let me be floating around the world with sort of, not thinking about it too much. Okay, we're up to. Don't freak out, expect big dips. Yes, of course, as always. Thoughts on Jasmine? No. Injective had a great run earlier in 2024. Haven't paid much attention to it since I sold my bag. But, those guys definitely put in the hard work over there at Injective. So, hats off to them. Definitely builders over there, but haven't looked at the charts in a while. Where are we up to? Do you think Foxy will do a 20x? Depends. I think when we see Linea's airdrop come around, you'll probably get a lot more attention on the Foxy meme coin 20x. I don't know. Honestly, I'd be happy to see it for like 3 to 5 cents. Would be pretty exciting for me. That's a decent run, I think, for a meme coin on a non-main chain like Linea. So Linea, let's get that token going, man. Eddie Blocks, Lark, everyone says that past performance does not equal future performance, but every technical analysis I've seen is just extrapolating the past. What are your thoughts on that? So the idea of past performance does not equate to future performance is that there's no guarantees. This is the most important thing you need to understand. There's no guarantees in markets, okay? Historical models work until they don't. We use past price action, past models, past reactions, because generally what you're looking at is statistical odds of something happening or not. That's why we say past performance is not equal future performance, because that's just because the odds played out in your favor previously does not mean they're going to play out in your favor this time. There's always a lot of things that can undo the markets in a very short amount of time. So you should always keep that in mind. Lark, I have invested $16,000 in 2023. I'm now at 55K. I've got Solana, Avalanche, Near, Sui, Pepe, Ondo, Bonk, Whiff, Turbo, and Brett. Do you think it will hit $100,000, or should I head for a lower selling target? Well, I can't tell you what to do with your money, K-Boy, first and foremost. But my feeling would be that this is a portfolio that will hit 100K. You're already at 55K. You got great entries. You're up really good right now. These are these are some of the most hyped hot coins in the market. I mean, I think Solana is going to go, again, assuming that the market's not totally derailed and everything falls to pieces, you could see something like Solana going to like $950, $1,000. A lot of much higher prices here for a lot of these coins. And, so you've probably got 3 to 5x potential from here to the peak. So 100K target, I think, is totally reasonable at this point. Again, assuming nothing breaks in the market and we all go to zero. Anyway. Dubai is nice for shopping. Just hope you're not big on human rights. I hear a lot of interesting commentary from people who probably don't know that much about what's going on here, or aren't critical of their own situations in life and the places they live in. It's always easy to cast stones against anybody or any other country and stuff like that. And I feel like, Dubai is one of those funny places where a lot of people have very strong opinions that are not necessarily always correct. Let's just put it that way. Is another dip coming? Look, a lot of these altcoins, if they dip much farther, they're going to break some pretty major trend lines, and that's going to be problematic, let's say. Doesn't mean that can't happen, but a lot of altcoins probably looking like they could be bouncing going into January. Not going to happen immediately. Of course, things don't just magically go up only, but but a lot of coins are looking very, very interesting right now. Can another dip come over the holiday season? Of course it can. Of course it can. But you want to see wicks down only when he starts to get in daily candle closes under these trend lines. That's when things start getting problematic. Oh my gosh. All right, we're over the 30 minutes. We got to be out of here. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining today's stream. You guys are awesome. I will see you back after Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We got lots of videos coming for you, by the way. All kinds of cool videos on top coins and price predictions and investing sort of wisdom and all that kind of stuff. So keep an eye out for those videos. We got a lot of great content coming for you guys over the holiday season, but make sure to disconnect a little bit, you know, touch grass, spend time with the family. Okay. I wish you a very, very happy holiday season. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Enjoy yourselves. I'll see you back January 6th for the next live stream. Bye.